Hey guys, Mumpus20 today to bring you another stream of, or another stream for the day, but Crystalline is a very good game. It is right now thinking of crashing because I did something. Wish you couldn't see that. Oh yeah, why not? Pixel fade. Now this does require voice acting, but that's only for non-you. So I think we should get started then. The library is far more quiet than I would have expected at this time of night. The only sound is the gentle hum of the air conditioner. Whoa, that was close. That was too close. Blink my eyes wide open. Then I stifle a yawn. Then I stifle a yawn as I stretch to wake myself up. Focus. Finals just around the corner, so I can't afford to slack off. Glancing around me, I notice that I'm the only person in the study cubicles. It is getting pretty late. I'll go back to the dorms as soon as I can finish this chapter. I flip through the book, only a few more pages to go. I can do this. Stealing my resolve, I refocus on my textbook. The words in the book blur together as my eyelids grow heavy. I fight to keep my eyes open. My lids continue to droop. I'll just rest them for a second. Something jerks me awake and my eyes blink wide. A bright light illuminates the room, blinding me until all I can see is a stark whiteness. I throw my arm over my eyes and shield it from the light. It didn't feel like the same fluorescent glow of the library bulbs. Carefully I unwind and bring my arms down, squinting at a pale blue sky. Mild buzzing tousles my hair. Blades of grass tickle my neck as the waves in the wind. Where am I? I'm about to push myself up off the ground when something pops into view. A round blue blob with two dark eyes blinks at me.
Poi?
I'll slightly pudding.
Oh.
Do this for you guys. Properties. Capture curse master. Okay. Okay. When it notices my stare, it opens its small mouth and takes a dainty bite of my nose. Hey!
Poi. Poi? Poi?
I went down to the
Poi, poi!
Whoa! Be careful. Hold on, I'm going to get rid of that. Let's see here. Interface. Archive, blah, 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 family. In-game. Big picture, blah, blah, blah. Oh shit, I messed up. Oops, my bad. Hold on. That's my fault. Oops. Accidentally clicked the button when I didn't need to click it. Oops. Okay, I'm just gonna minimize that. Play this. Okay. We'll get back.
Among a million stars, we'll wish up there is ours. Maybe this time it all comes true. I was on my own until that day you came into my world and it changed everything. Now I'm not alone and I can see a brand new path appearing before my eyes, but I can't reach it alone. I need someone to show me the sky, and a voice on the wind tells me that maybe you could lead the way. Among a million stars, I'll wish out there is ours. Maybe this time it all comes true. Whatever comes our way, we'll face it unafraid and take this world on together.
Crystalline is a visual novel that I accidentally screwed up on. Because I accidentally hit restart Steam. Now I must wait for it to respond now. Okay. The reason why it's a bit laggy was because of the cutscene. My voice is low. Hold on. If my voice is low. Trying to think, what is the program called? Because if I reset the program, then shit. settings. Trying to think of what the property's called. If my voice is low, let's see here, display sound notification power devices. There we go. And let's see here. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Nope. Okay, so might be here. Sound. Device properties. Let's see here. Okay, just so there's not any feedback, I'll turn off the desktop audio. Okay, I'm actually not, yeah, no, it's, I don't know if that's actually, okay, so something definitely is going on. Maybe I could boost. Actually, what if let's do this? Okay, hey, Ghost Dog, how do I sound now? Okay. Okay. What's your deal? And then does play. It leaps again, and I again retreat. Stop that! I dodge as it jumps, and then I begin to run. To my surprise, the block keeps pace with a series of nimble bounces. Seriously? Stay back! It musters up one long leap, and I turn around the corner of a sturdy tree to avoid it. I don't notice the other person until too late. Now the game's too low? Well, that I can fix. Let's see here. Okay, so if the game is too low... And all I need to simply just open up the volume mixer, see where it is. It says it's at 100%. It's probably because my voice... Is my voice overpowering the game, or is the game just too loud? Or too low? Because the game's at 100%. Hello, wait a minute. Okay, I figured out what the problem was. Oops. No, the game wasn't silent, it was OBS, that's what was silent. I forgot I muted it, so then you guys weren't constantly hearing a feedback. Okay. This sound good? Look good on my end. Yep. So it's good? Everything's good? We can continue? Okay. We painfully collide, and I lose my balance before toppling over. Fortunately, my hands catch myself, protecting my fall. When I open my eyes, I see a woman. Her eyes are scrunched shut, and her mouth is twisted in a grimace. Her long blonde hair is splayed out around her. As she lets out a small groan, she blinks open her eyes and fixes her gaze. What? As I meet her gaze, my face flushes and I push myself to my feet. I'm so sorry, are you hurt? I extended a hand, she hesitantly accepts it, and I help her up.
Just a little sore, but otherwise I'm fine.
Sorry. There's gonna be a lot of that doing. No, I'm fine. I'm sorry again, I should have paid more attention to where I was going.
It's partially my fault. I was distracted.
Back in spacebar.
Boy?
Creature's right by my foot again. Are you serious? You're still here? The woman looks surprised.
A pongo!
It may suck right now, but it's actually pretty good. The boob jiggle physics, it's not my call. Saw that Pokemon last night. It's making me see things. Yeah, the Pokemon.
Poke-a-man? Boy?
Pongo bops up and down by my foot and nudges me with its head.
Aw, he's a cute one!
He?
Yeah, you can tell by the shape of his eyes.
Oh.
I think he wants you to hold him.
Kinda cute. How can you tell?
He's not being subtle about it.
The Pongo hops onto my foot and looks up at me.
Boy!
Okay. I bend down and he bounces into my palm. He feels cool to the touch and surprisingly solid for being kind of gelatinous.
Boy!
He chirps happily as he rolls over in my palm. Why is it English? I don't know, because the setting I have it is in English and top that the game originally was in English. That's the reason why, I guess. Whoa! The woman leans in and uses her finger to gently tickle the Pongo. He chirps again and shivers.
Oh, his laugh is so adorable.
She continues to tickle him and he rolls over from laughing.
Oops.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to keep up with the comments while looking at the video preview. It's a little bit more difficult than it looks. Oops. She stops tickling. Oh, I'm just hearing manga and anime, whatever it is called. Wow. Wow. She stops tickling him and pets him on the head instead. He snuggles against her hand and sighs contently.
Boy.
Using her other hand, she raises her gauntlet and seems to offer it to the Pongo. Pongo stares at it, then turns his head away and hops onto my shoulder before nestling against me.
Boy. A Pongo who refuses magic energy? Wait a minute. Are you a mage?
Yes, I'm a level 110 frost mage. What the fuck? No, I'm just a fighter archetype.
A fighter? Where's your weapon?
I held up my two fists right here. She raises an eyebrow.
You keep saying such strange things.
Secretly, I'm a comedian. She holds up her gauntlet, and the faint pale light glowed. It pulses rhythmically as she holds it closer to me. It quickens until the pulses almost look like one long pulse. She blinks in surprise.
Wait, this heightened energy activity, it's you?
She analyzes the magic swirly thing on her gauntlet.
I don't see a discharger on you. So then, how is it possible for you to have such a high magical energy reading? Are you carrying crystals?
Is this a sting operation? No. I know of. She looks me over again.
Never mind. It doesn't look like you're carrying crystals. Or anything for that matter.
I don't know what kind, I don't know what's going on right now. I was in the library studying for finals, and somehow I wake up here.
Oh, are you from the Mage Academy?
The what?
Mage Academy.
I rub my temples. Okay, I think I've dozed off long enough. Time to wake up now. She blinks in confusion.
You are awake.
No. This is a dream. She frowns.
I can assure you this is not a dream.
Just whatever. Maybe she's right. Everything here feels too real, even for a dream. I nod. So if this place isn't a dream, then where are we?
We're in Meadow Hill.
Meadow Hill? Where's that?
It's a part of the Kingdom of Havengard, of course.
Havengard. She looks at me like I'm crazy.
It's the largest of the 3 kingdoms. Actually, where are you from?
Oh, see, I'm from New York.
New York?
Yeah, you know, part of the USA.
USA. USA?
Well, no, the United States of America.
The United States of what? Never mind that for now. If you don't have any crystals, and you don't have a discharger, have you casted recently?
No.
Then the amount of energy reading doesn't add up.
She rests her chin on her head. She rests her chin in her hand as she thinks. A shiver runs through me as reality begins to set in. This really isn't a dream. Any ideas? She shakes her head.
Maybe the Mage Academy can provide answers.
Mage Academy, that's start. Sounds good to me. How do I get there?
Oh, it's in the center of Illumia.
Where?
Illumia. You follow the path going north until you arrive at the crossroads. Then you head...
Her voice trails off as she notices my expression.
I'm actually heading back there now. You can come along if you want.
As I contemplate her offer, I look her over again. Can I trust her? Her posture is naturally straight and gives her an air of authority. She did mention she was out here on some sort of official investigation. Plus, she seemed friendly enough. Besides, if I don't go with her, then I'll be wandering around on my own. The chances of me finding this Mage Academy alone without running into any unsavory people are not promising. I can't rush that. I need to find a way home. Alright, let's do it. Thanks. I'm Pixel Fade, by the way.
I'm Leanna. Leanna Dawn.
Nice to meet you. I hold out my hand for her to shake, but she just stares at it. After keeping my hand out for a few seconds, I begin to feel awkward. Her expression changes to curiosity as she generally takes my hand. I grin broadly as I shake her hand firmly. She's a bit startled, but when our gaze meets, she matches my smile.
It's nice to meet you too.
I look at her questioningly as she continues to shake my hand. She slips her hand away and blushes.
Shall we get going then?
Ready when you are. I need to keep time. Leah nods and brings us back onto the path. Then she walks in the direction of the village. The Pongo follows us, staying a step behind. We travel for quite some time together. It's been pretty silent. I wonder if I should say something. That's all about it here. So not that I'm complaining, but what exactly were you doing out in the field?
The field?
Where you found me?
Oh, there have been rumors of high energy readings around Meadow Hill, so I was sent to investigate. I had already checked out the surrounding area, and there'd been no clear source for all that excess energy until today.
When you met me. I hadn't been in the field very long before you found me, though.
You might be a byproduct of whatever created the energy spike in the first place.
What do you think that was?
I'm not sure. I haven't seen readings of that level before. The Mage Academy should be able to help explain.
I wonder what it takes to become a mage. So besides magic, what else does the Mage Academy teach?
Oh, all the basics. How to use a manipulator, how to control your energy, the many usages and differences between crystals and spheres.
Crystal energy and spheres? What exactly is this crystal stuff you keep mentioning?
You mean the difference between crystals and crystal spheres? Well, when we refer to crystals, we mean the raw crystals, whereas crystal spheres are the usable refined state.
That's helpful, but I meant crystals in general. She stares at me and narrows her eyes, as if trying to judge if I'm serious.
It's the power source for, well, everything.
I look blankly at her.
You don't use crystals where you come from?
You don't use crystals where you... Okay, wait a minute. Never mind. No. Hold on, man. I was just acting up. It's like a spot where it wouldn't go. Like it's stuck there. Is there anything? No. Okay. Her mouth falls open and she looks at me in bewilderment.
With no crystals. What else do you use to power things?
Lots of stuff. Count off on my fingers. There's sun, wind, water, nuclear fission, fossil fuels like coal or oil. Wide open with each item on my list. About to speak, but I'm not finished. Geothermal, waves, tidal, hydrogen.
Okay.
She shakes her head incredulously.
I get it. You have your own methods of energy. Many methods.
Liana's eyes sparkle as she falls into a pensive silence. A small smile plays at her lips while she considers what I've said. Might have overwhelmed her a bit, but she actually seems interested in all her methods of harnessing energy. Let's ask about the gauntlet. Without seeming too surprisingly, I try to get a better look at her gauntlet. What was the thing she was doing with it earlier? Yeah, I noticed him staring and just uncomfortably.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I was just curious about your gauntlet.
Oh, my manipulator?
Sure.
All mages have a manipulator. It's how we use energy to interact with the elements around us.
Wait, you mean you can cast spells?
I suppose that's one way to phrase it.
Whoa, can you show me something cool?
Like what?
Cast magic himself. Anything? Oh, okay. I don't know, I'll do anything. Liana pauses while she thinks. And then her face brightens. She lifts up her gauntlet and points towards the Pongo. He levitates in the air, much to the Pongo's surprise. As he hovers in the air, he looks in awe around him and opens his mouth, trying to eat the air. Liana giggles and gently places him back down. Ugh. Whoa, that was amazing! Liana smiles shyly as she brushes a stray lock of hair behind her ear.
It was nothing.
What else can you do?
There's a lot more my manipulator can do, but I think it's best if I conserve the energy for now.
Alright, makes sense. Alright, let's talk about the Pongo. I glance behind us again. Just as expected, the Pongo hops along. The Pongo is still following us. Leona glances back and grins.
That's not too surprising.
Why not?
Pongos are attracted to magical energy. That's why it was so strange that it showed no interest in my manipulator.
Still following us, though.
It's following you. My readings showed you're full of magical energy. As far as the Pongo is concerned, you're a buffet.
Aw. As I think over what Leon said, I look at the Pongo once more. This time he looks right back at me, and I just wrinkle as he splits into a huge grin.
Boy!
Pongo's so cute. He leaps up into the air and reaches the height of my waist. Whoa. He jumps high again. Liana giggles.
I think he's tired of hopping.
I don't care him. I guess it can be hard to keep up when you're so much smaller than us. I hold out my hands and the Pongo hops right into my palm, but he doesn't stop there. Before I can react, he hops into my shoulder and jumps again to land on top of my head.
Boy!
I feel a cool wiggle in my hair. Liana giggles again. What's he doing?
Nothing. He's just so happy.
She reaches out a finger and to stroke the Pongo, he chirps contentedly. Liana's smile broadens, then she clears her throat as she tries to take on a more serious expression. Her steps quicken as she resumes walking. I listen for the sounds of wildlife. As we continue walking, I can hear the usual song of birds and the faint whoosh of wings flapping in the air. Occasionally there's a rustle amid the trees, and I even swat the bugs buzzing around my face. It all feels very familiar, reminding me of home. Liana clears her throat.
So, you're from USA?
USA, but yeah.
Which kingdom is that in?
How should I phrase this? In the Kingdom of North America. She frowns and scratches her neck.
I'm a little ashamed to say I'm not familiar with that place. Where is it?
On Earth?
Earth?
Okay, time to take a different approach. Let me see if I can explain. Alright, tell me where we are right now.
In Meadow Hill.
And where is that?
In the Kingdom of Havengard.
And where's Havengard?
In the land of Asaria.
And what's that part of?
Terra, of course.
Okay, so Terra is my Earth. She pauses as my words sink in, then she gasps.
Wait, are you not from Terra?
From what I've heard so far, I am not. She looks concerned.
How did you get here?
That's why I'm hoping the Mage Academy can tell me.
Right, but I mean, how did you come to Meadow Hill specifically? Do you remember anything before you were in the field?
I think back, I was studying in the library and I've been extra tired because that's the same day I have my evening classes. And I still remember everything about me and my past. Yeah.
Well, at least we know you don't have amnesia.
Mm-hmm. She lapsed back into silence, looking thoughtful. I have a lot to think about myself. My head is swimming with everything I've learned so far. Although there are similarities between Terra and Earth, I've only scratched the surface on all the differences. I really hope the Mage Academy can help explain what is going on, and more importantly, how I can get back home.
Boy!
The Pongo flips in front of my eyes, and I carefully scoop him back into place on my hand. Whoa, what happened there? Did you slip?
Boy.
Thought so. My imagination, or did that poi sound a little sheepish? Liana looks over and grins.
You were trying to get a good look at our friend here, weren't you?
I feel movement on my head as I assume the Pongo nods.
Looks like someone got a little adventurous and lost his footing. Boy.
I let out a chuckle as Liana giggled. Once the Pongo is secured, we continued walking. Where's my mouse? The sun dips in the sky and bathes the tips of the trees in a soft glow. My feet ache in protest with each step I take in my... Oh my god. My feet ache in protest with each step I take, and my legs are tight from all the walking. Finally, we come upon the perimeter of the village. Liana grins as she leads me through the gates.
Here we are, Meadow Hill Village.
I take the time to catch my breath and discreetly rest my burning muscles. Liana hardly seemed affected by the long trek. No, was this close? Hey, we're finally here. Pull my arms into a stretch. Phew, that was quite a journey. Liana makes a chuckle.
A journey?
I know, this time she can't quite hold her back.
Let's continue. We can rest at the inn tonight.
Yeah. As she resumed walking, I ignore my screaming legs and follow her. The village is still bustling. Okay. Well, okay. The village is still bustling with people even at this time of day. I'm surprised they're getting in their last errands before nightfall, I suppose. Sorry. For the most part, everyone seems to focus on their own tasks. They barely glance at Liana, but when their gazes are drawn at me, they don't look away. In fact, their steps slow and they crane their necks as we pass. Yeah, I know what an animal feels like at the zoo. Liana overhears my muttering and watches the people around us.
It's your clothes. They're very peculiar.
Oh, fuck you too. Well, I'm wearing these normal where I'm from. Even though the stares are directed at me, Liana seems equally uncomfortable.
Okay, new plan. Let's stop by the shops before they close. We don't need to draw attention to ourselves.
I instinctively pat my back pocket where I keep my wallet. I doubt they'll accept card here or dollars. I don't have any money.
That's okay. I'll take care of it.
That's really generous of you. I like girls independent. Don't make a big deal. That's really generous of you. Thank you, I really appreciate it.
It's understandable given your circumstances.
I'll pay you back once I can. Liana smiles and nods. Liana changes directions and leads me towards adjacent street. There are rows of quaint shops lining both sides of the road. I read the signs as we walk. Edward's Apothecary, Blackstone Forge, Dragonskill Armory. Huh.
What is it?
I was just thinking how convenient it is that everything's English here.
English?
I should have expected the question based on how our previous conversations have gone, but I'm still a little taken back. It's what we're speaking now.
We're speaking common.
What? Nina pauses in front of the shop and peers inside, satisfied. She motions for me to follow.
Never mind. Come on in. We're here.
I step into the shop, and the first thing I notice is the overpoweringly musty smell of leather. Not surprised. It's not surprising considering the walls are lined with different types of leatherware. A small elderly man emerges from the back. A pair of round glasses sits on his nose as an apron hangs around his neck.
Welcome. Please, take a look around.
His smile falters when he notices me. Liana clears her throat.
We're looking for a new wardrobe for my friend here.
Yes, yes, of course.
The shopkeeper blinks back to reality and resumes his pitch.
Well, you've come to the right place. We tan our hides and stitch the pieces ourselves. You won't find any finer quality than here.
Liana smiles politely and strolls towards the selections. I check out two seemingly identical leather vests, both of which are marked at different prices. I really can't see the difference between the two. Maybe they boost different stats. Oh my god, get off RPGs. Hey Leon. He turns around. These will increase my defense. Strength and dexterity, intelligence, and focus. Defense.
I suppose technically any of these could. They'll all give at least a minimal amount of protection in battle.
I mean, oh my god, get off of RPGs, dude. So none of these raise any stats. Leon gives me a weird look.
Do your clothes where you come from raise stats?
Well, if you consider cool pants to be stat. She looks just as confused as before. Never mind. She smiles as we continue pursuing. One by one, Liana and I pick out a new outfit. Once all the pieces have been chosen, she goes to haggle with the shopkeeper. I tune out their discussion and watch people passing by. The clothing are simple in design, meant to be more functional than aesthetic. To my surprise, everybody walks around armed. The village doesn't seem dangerous, but looks can be deceiving.
Why don't you get changed now? There's a space in the back to give you some privacy.
I nod and take the clothes from her. Once I've ensured privacy, I quickly get changed. Luckily, these clothes have pockets and I can transfer everything over. Upon my wallet, deck of cards, and loose change. Next is my phone. I try to turn it on to see if it'll work, but it doesn't even react. The battery must be dead. I get this feeling they don't have wall chargers here. No, I don't think so either. Shrugging it off, I slip my phone into my pocket too. When I emerge, Liana gives me a once over. How do I look? She grins and nods in satisfaction.
Wow, look at you! Just like a native. This look suits you.
I match her grin. Thanks.
Let's go find the inn now.
She heads out of the shop and I follow her. Actually, maybe we can stop by the armory. She pauses and looks curiously at me.
Armory? You want to get a weapon?
The question is careful and cautious. The goal is to blend in, right? It's where that person wearing leather armor is traveling unarmed. They look like a hostage or something.
You do have a point. Plus, it could come in handy.
Why do I not like the sound of that?
Do you know how to use a weapon?
Again, although her voice holds no hostility, I can sense her caution. Oops. I practice kendo competitively. She blinks. It's a type of sword fighting where I come from.
I see.
Yana falls silent and she gazes out into the street. After an extended pause, she nods. We head to the forge where rows of blades ranging from long swords to short daggers hang from the wall. All the blades look fairly plain, but the steel edges glint dangerously amidst the warm glow of the forge. Unlike the previous shopkeeper, the millsmith ignores us as he pounds out a red-hot blade. Sparks jump from the cleaning metal, reminding me of fireflies. Yana lets me browse the swords. I reach for one that catches my eye. As I gently remove it from the shelf, I miscalculate the weight and drop it. Steel scratches the ground with a sharp screech. Metalsmith pauses his work to glower a warner. What the fuck? Leona looks in shock.
Careful!
Quickly right the sword back up and grip it tightly. Leona now watches me with intrigue.
Is this the first time you've held a sword?
Minor miscalculation, I got it. Shaking my head, I take my practice swing of the sword. It glides gracefully in the air. Leona looks impressed.
Was that a move from your kendo?
Yep.
Not bad.
I swing again and the movement flows naturally. As the sword cuts through the air with a sharp swing, I can't help but admire how smoothly it slices. This is high quality craftsmanship. I lift, bro. I don't think you do, Ghost Dog. I don't think you lift. Let's go with this one. As before, Leona discusses with the shopkeeper. As she returns, I strap the sword to my belt. I would like one of those, like a discharger, please. That'd be awesome if I could have this discharger. Oh well. We make one more stop to gather supplies for our travel. By the time we're finished, the sun has set and darkness blankets the sky. The town is aglow with soft lights glint from within houses and the lampposts on the streets. As we pass by the lamppost, I peek inside and see a small crystal shining brilliantly. Using lights to guide us, we find the inn. I take a seat at one of the crew tables with Liana, while Liana talks to the innkeeper behind the bar. There are scattering of other patrons, mostly men who sit alone, nursing a tankard of what I assume to be ale. I shuffle a yawn. Not that I had a chance to sit down, I feel the full weight of my fatigue. While Liana returns and hands me a key.
This is your room for the night. It's right next to mine.
Thanks.
They should be coming out with our dinner soon. Then we should get to sleep. We have an early start tomorrow.
My stomach grumbles in anticipation. Sorry. Liana smiles as she sits in the empty stool next to mine. Our meals arrive, and I stare at the bowl before me. It's scoopy, thick stew and looks about as appetizing as dog food. It smells pretty good. What is this?
It's stew.
Kind of stew.
Rabbit.
Brief image of a cute, fluffy bunny flashes across my eyes.
Is something wrong?
Is there normal stew? Meat is murder. Nope, all good. Oh, I only eat non-GMO, all-natural, vegan, certified, gluten-free, 100% whole grains, no trans fat, grass-fed, no... What the fuck? Why is that an option? All good. Oh my god. I'm all about trying new foods. Yes, I am. Nothing's wrong. Just fine. Thanks. I take a tentative bite of my stew.
How is it?
Awesome. It's even better than I expected. I actually tried rabbit stew before. It's actually really good. I recommend it. Liana grins as she digs in. I finish eating and Liana cleans her bowl. Then the two of us head upstairs. She pauses in front of her room and I step in front of mine. Good night.
Good night.
I'm about to enter my room when I hear a small voice.
Polly?
Pungo! Looking down, I see the Pongo back at my feet. Now that I think about it, ever since we entered the village, he's been awfully silent. You been following us the whole time, or did you lose us and find us again? Pongo blinks twice and bounces.
Boy. Pongos aren't exactly welcomed everywhere.
Why is that?
Well, they absorb the energy around them, including crystals which are used to light lampposts or other similar items.
Ah, I can see how that could be bad.
I think this guy knew to stay out of sight once we came in here.
Well, someone sees him here.
As long as he doesn't stray too close to a crystal, he'll be fine. People only make a fuss when it looks like their crystal might be drained.
Ah, got it. She reaches towards the Pongo.
Do you want to sleep with me tonight?
Boy.
Pongo snuggles against my leg, Leon sighs.
I thought as much.
She opens her door and flashes me one last smile.
Sleep well.
She disappears into her room. I open my door and step through. The Pongo perks up.
Boy.
Let him in. Step away from the door and the Pongo hops in. As I close the door behind me. What is with that? What are you saying, Ghost Dog? As I close the door behind me, he continues to hop around the room as if inspecting it. Unwildly, I collapse onto the bed. The Pongo continues to circle the room. I'm looking for a good place to sleep.
Boy.
He suddenly leaps up and lands on my bed, and he bounces to the foot of the bed and wiggles himself a cozy nest of creating a small crater on top of the blanket. I can't help but grin at the little guy. Oh. So immature, Ghost Dog. So immature. Good night, Pongo.
Boy.
I roll over in bed, and it's not long before I'm fast asleep. You know, I'm not gonna lie, that actually does sound like a good place to just save. I've been going at it for like an hour. I don't know, I think this is a good place to stop. I might switch Saturdays and Sundays, or crystalline with what is it? Insane Aquarium. I might switch their days to where I'm reading this for about an hour and I'm playing crystalline for a little bit, or Insane Aquarium. I mean, for a while. I don't know. It depends on how the first week's gonna go. But I'm back. I'm happy about it. I cannot complain. Reading for more than an hour seems a little bit too much for me. That is very time consuming. It is, and I'm the one reading it here. So, I actually will cut it off from here. Oh, one more thing. Before I stop the stream, I did fix Paper Mario. What was wrong was I was doing window capture instead of game capture. Because most of the stuff I have is window capture, not game capture. So that could have been the problem. I have fixed it. And when I finish one of these two, it's most likely going to be crystalline first. Because it can be 5 days, most likely, instead of 2. So I'm going to have to call it here. I'm going to be back tomorrow, same time, noon, as every other day. Monday through Friday, I will do Insane Aquarium. If I feel like I'm not getting further enough, I will put those on Saturdays and Sundays, where I will then switch. So next week might be a change. Don't know. Keep water near you when you read and talk. I actually do have water near me, actually. But the thing is, even then, it's still a little bit hectic to read and try to pay attention to a bunch of other things at once. Like, I have to read the comments, I have to keep an eye on the preview. I also keep an eye on the counter of how many people are watching. So it can be hectic sometimes. So I might make this Monday through Friday and Insane Aquarium Saturday and Sunday. And I'll have that started next week. Depends on how well Insane Aquarium does. But, however, that's it for now. I'll see you guys tomorrow. We're going to be continuing the story of Crystalline. I'm Scrum28, signing out. Peace.